killed and possible remains of a fourth now found. How President Trump is responding tonight.
And Spain claims the ultimate victory in the World Cup. How Spanish fans here in SoCal are celebrating tonight. Eyewitness News at 11 starts right now.
This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
We begin here at 11 with breaking news. Fire races through an apartment building in Baldwin Park. One person is dead and dozens more are looking for somewhere to sleep tonight. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Liz Nagy.
I'm Jory Rand. Thanks for sticking around after the movie. This is a massive fire burning tonight. Firefighters say this began in one unit and quickly spread to others. At one point, we saw there a firefighter sawing through the door of a garage to get in. One person was pulled from the building and pronounced dead on the scene. A second may have been injured in the fire. Residents say they had to get out so quickly they were forced to escape with only the clothes on their back.
There was just like a thick cloud of smoke and stuff, and it was just getting bigger. And then they just told us to evacuate as soon as possible.
60 people from the complex are without a home tonight. The Red Cross is helping them find a place to stay. No word yet on what caused this fire.
Lucille's Barbecue in Cerritos turned to a crime scene as people dined on a busy Sunday afternoon. Tonight, people who were inside the restaurant are still horrified at what they witnessed. Investigators say a man with a concealed carry permit shot and killed another man who was armed with a knife. Eyewitness News reporter Abigail Velez is live outside that restaurant tonight with the breaking new details about the suspect's movements before the deadly confrontation. Abigail.
Well, Jory, Liz, homicide detectives and LA County Sheriff's deputies have been here for hours. They're still here tonight. As you can see that this scene is still very much active. Eyewitnesses and employees that saw this deadly shooting unfold this afternoon still being held inside of this restaurant for questioning. We spoke with some of them and they described this shooting to be straight out of a horror film.
I saw a guy running in the restaurant with his throat slit and he had a knife.
A horrific and bloody scene at Lucille's Barbecue in Cerritos as employees described the moments before gunfire rang out in the middle of Sunday's lunch rush.
He went to the main dining area with all the guests. I guess there was another customer or another guest that was sitting down. He pointed the gun at him, told him to put the knife down. The guy kept walking towards him like Michael Myers did, and he shot him.
Investigators say that man died at Lucille's after a bystander with a concealed carry weapon opened fire around 2:15 Sunday afternoon. But detectives believe the story started before he reached the restaurant. A sheriff's department source telling Eyewitness News the suspect had been driving a stolen truck before abandoning it and stabbing himself at a nearby Starbucks on South Street.
I noticed a driver driving recklessly into the plaza. He just left the car there, ran off to Lucille's, and it seemed that he had a knife in his hand and he was also wounded. I got a closer look to the car. It seems that there was already blood all over the steering wheel and inside the car.
This nearby worker who witnessed the chaos still reeling.
We were really anxious, especially because this plaza is safe. So it was a little shocking for us to hear what was happening.
Frequent shoppers agree, also still trying to process what happened.
It's just crazy to think about because it's like, what if we were, well, knock on wood, but what if we were nearby and something like that happened? Just like now it's like, okay, you have to be careful with your surroundings.
I don't know, hopefully there's some more security because it's kind of unacceptable that happens, and it makes you worried to want to go out for a nice Sunday dinner, Yeah.
Investigators have not yet released the identity of the man that was shot and killed, and they have also not released a possible motive for why he hurt himself and then later came to this restaurant. They tell us that the man who did open fire is cooperating with the investigation. Reporting live in Cerritos, Abigail Velez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Abigail, thank you. New here at 11, a memorial tonight honoring the memory of a young college student athlete who was killed in a car crash.
Friends and family of 20-year-old Janae Wallace released blue and black balloons at Civic Center Park in Apple Valley tonight. She died Wednesday when the vehicle she was in veered off the 15 freeway in the Cajon Pass and crashed. Wallace was part of the Victor Valley College women's basketball team.
She was the heart of the family for us, as far as off the court. She made sure everybody else was taken care of first. And like she said, we love her. We're going to miss her. And I'm going to miss her just coming to practice, telling me, Coach, I got you today. That's going to be one of the moments I always have with her.
California Highway Patrol says the cause of the crash that killed Wallace is still under investigation.
Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood still partially shut down tonight. It could have a big impact on tomorrow morning's commute. The Department of Water and Power reports significant progress after replacing that broken section of pipe. Here's a look from Air 7 just a short time ago this evening. Crews have been busy testing that new section of 110-year-old pipeline. They say they're confirming its integrity, pressure resistance, and making sure the water is clean enough to drink. They're also checking for leaks in the existing sections of the transmission line. Businesses along the Sunset Strip are also feeling the impact of less traffic there this weekend.
Like with the World Cup final, I know that today was significantly busier than what it would have been, considering we've impacted every single game. But I know that today, it was still pretty decent, but I know that it would have been probably off the walls if this wasn't right here.
A new 25-foot section of pipe was installed at the rupture site yesterday. The final step will be backfilling the trench along Sunset before the stretch between Sherbourne and San Vicente. Between those two streets and connecting streets can reopen.
And more pipe problems on the west side. This weekend, 3 separate pipes burst in Venice. 2 city-run water mains break on Lincoln Boulevard and Grand Boulevard. Another happened at a private home near the Venice canals. This is what Lincoln Boulevard at Palms looked like this morning, water flooding the street. Hours later, the water was gone and crews were busy working to try and repair that problem. Just a few blocks away, there was a water main break in an alley near Grand Boulevard. That incident left damage to underground parking structures. Water was temporarily turned off at both locations, but has since been restored.
Now to the escalating aggression in the Middle East. The U.S. military tonight launching fresh strikes against Iran after announcing the death of a 3rd American service member this weekend and the recovery of what's believed to be the remains of a missing service member. If that is confirmed, that would mean 4 U.S. service members killed this weekend alone. Arriving back at Joint Base Andrews from the World Cup final in New Jersey, President Trump commented on this weekend's deaths, which include 2 service members killed during an Iranian attack in Jordan and one who died today during a controlled detonation of an Iranian drone in Iraq.
Well, we feel very badly, but you know, those great people, those great patriots are out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Iran has been very, very badly damaged. They've lost everything almost militarily.
The number of U.S. service members now killed since the beginning of the war with Iran is up to 17. That could rise. The remains found in Jordan have not yet been identified as a member of the U.S. military.
Looking ahead to some of the big stories we'll be watching this week. On Tuesday, singer David will be back before an L.A. County judge for a preliminary hearing. The music artist is facing murder charges in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The teenager's dismembered body was found dismembered and decomposing in his Tesla last year. The artist, whose real name is David Burke, was charged in April with capital murder. He has pleaded not guilty. And it's deadline day tomorrow for the company that owns the burned warehouse in Boyle Heights. The city is demanding a detailed report by tomorrow on how the company plans to address the rotting odor and pest infestation affecting the community. LA City Councilwoman Isabel Jurado says there have been hundreds of complaints and says the current measures are not adequate to protect Boyle Heights residents. And Comic-Con returns to Southern California on Tuesday. The event has turned into a massive platform for major entertainment announcements and surprise appearances. Entertainment guru George Pinocchio will be there covering the event, so be sure to catch his reports right here on Eyewitness News.
And as you're getting ready for the week ahead, we have some big changes happening with our weather. So what you are seeing here, all of this rain off to the side, this is going to bring some monsoonal moisture our way. And that's not all that we're tracking. As we're heading into tonight, we can expect to see that marine layer continue to build. Tomorrow is going to be slightly warmer than what we experienced today, but that is nothing compared to what's ahead. We are talking about a midweek heat wave. So temperatures once again really warm, just like what we dealt with just a few days ago. We could see heat advisories go into effect, above average temperatures, 90s and even triple digits. So definitely a lot to talk about. The heat is just beginning. I'll have more coming up in my full forecast.
Niku, thank you. The North American World Cup is now officially over. Spain taking the title in a win over Argentina. Spain dominated this game. They had most of the possession in the game. It took a heroic effort from Argentina's goalkeeper, who had 11 saves in this match, a record for a World Cup final. Spain finally scored in extra time. It turned out to be the game winner. It turned out to be the championship winner. Argentina's superstar Lionel Messi emotional in defeat. It's Spain's second World Cup win. President Trump was on hand in New Jersey to hand the trophy to the winners. Tonight, Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam with fan reaction.
This is what joy sounds like when your team wins the World Cup final. Spain fans at this watch party in Brentwood will remember this very moment for a lifetime. Argentina losing the title as the best soccer team in the world. Disappointment set in for Argentine fans at watch parties across SoCal. From Van Nuys.
Honestly, of course, I feel sad, devastated.
To downtown Burbank.
We did what we could.
What do you think happened?
Spain was just a better team today. Yep. I mean, they were just a better team, dominated all around.
This year's World Cup put the U.S. on the global stage.
FIFA in the United States, I'm going to get emotional because I feel like the people here have been so amazing. And taking in, embracing all the different countries, I hope that Americans appreciate their culture and their country more. After this, I'm hoping.
The nation hosting games across 11 cities, including L.A., and with that spotlight, an emerging fan base.
I'm a new World Cup fan. I admit it. It's the first time I've ever watched the World Cup, and I love it.
I think it's a hype and the fact that, you know, we're sports folks. And
no,
we're
be honest,
folks.
It's because the USA actually went a little further than they actually did.